That's everybody else's stuff. That would take me all month.
Time is 6 p.m. This March 16th, 2026 regular meeting of the New Caney Independent School Board of Trustees is hereby called to order. Let the minutes show that all members are in attendance with the exception of Mrs. Tompkins. This meeting has been called in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code, Chapter 551. All items that will be discussed or voted on this evening have been posted as required by state law. I would like to extend a warm welcome to everyone here tonight. We are pleased that you joined us this evening. On behalf of New Caney ISD and the board, we are pleased that you have joined us and will celebrate achievement. We set goals, listen to reports, approve budgets, contracts, personnel appointments, and make policy for our district. We are not here to make management decisions or to solve problems of individuals. Management is the responsibility of the superintendent. This is a meeting in the public, not a meeting of the public. And as our guests, we welcome you to observe and to listen. Again, we're pleased that you have taken time this evening to join us. Thank you for your interest in our school district, and we would now ask that you would silence your cell phones. Please rise for the invocation to be given by Mr. Hackler and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and honor the Texas flag to be led by Mr. Alden.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing us all here safely tonight. God, we pray that you would deliver us all safely back home. And we know that you are good and your ways are good. We come to you asking for your guidance, wisdom, and support. As we begin this meeting, help us to listen, discern what is right and just, and make decisions that serve the students, staff, and the community of New Caney ISD. Now we pray that you would guide our minds and our hearts in all that we do. We love you. We praise your name correctly. Amen.
Thank you. Item 2 on the agenda is open forum. The board will now hear comments from those persons who have signed up to speak. We have one person, Mr. Veron. Hi.
Hello.
Well, you come on up here, and I gotta read our disclaimer here. I'm sure you've heard it
You
before.
want me up there?
You're right there.
Okay.
It'll be fine. So the board encourages comments from citizens of the district or from employees. Anyone wishing to speak, either as an individual or a representative of a group, may do so at this time. The board asks that the comments pertain to public education issues and be no longer than 5 minutes. Remember, the board may not discuss any issues that are not posted on our agenda, and if an issue mentioned is listed on tonight's agenda, the board will defer discussion until appropriate time during the meeting. In addition, the board has adopted complaint policies that are designed to secure, at the lowest administrative level, a prompt and equitable resolution of complaints and concerns. Those policies are available on the district website. So you get 5 minutes.
Okay.
All right. Ready.
First of all, thank you guys for serving. I know it's not a very well-paid job. I've actually served on a school board myself before, and I know what it takes, and it takes a lot of time, and I appreciate it. And so thank you for your service. The main reason I'm here is I wanted to acknowledge our girls' basketball team. I don't know if you know what their record was this year. I don't know if you know what their record was last year. But it just doesn't seem like it gets brought up. It doesn't seem like it gets acknowledged. And I think they deserve a little bit of attention. So, and for the most part, I'm here. I was going to give Dr. Miller, we got him a plaque. Unfortunately, he's apparently in Hawaii or on his way home. So my plan went to the toilet. So anyway, we got him a plaque because he comes to every game, whether it's away, I don't care how far it is. And he supports the girls more than anybody I see in the district, and it's awesome. He doesn't have to, and he enjoys it, and they see him there, and it makes a difference. So I wanted to give him this plaque, and I brought some girls. If you mind, can I have them come up, the girls? Girls, come on up. So a lot of the girls couldn't make it because they're in other events and whatnot, but I was just going to read off a little bit about what their accomplishments were this year. Come over here and... So we have two seniors on the team. Janae Nickerson, she ended up being MVP of the district. She was first team all-district. She's an all-time leading scorer in Porter history, and she's on the academic all-district also. And I think we just found out today that she made the all-area team. So that's a pretty good accomplishment. And not to mention, she's got a 4-year ride for 2 sports, basketball and track. So congratulations to her. Next on the list was Jocelyn Jones. She is first team all-district and academic all-district. She also got a 4-year ride. We only had 2 seniors. We have 2 juniors. Natalie Willis, she's not here right now, but she got Defensive Player of the Year in the whole district and first team all-district. Alexis Sturdy's not here. She got honorable mention and academic all-district. We have 4 sophomores. Jaleesa Escamilla, she is here, thank God. First team all-district as a sophomore and academic all-district. Dusty Veron, my daughter, first team all-district, academic all-district. Sydney Allen, honorable mention, academic all-district. And Anaya Udelson, she got honorable mention. So that leaves us with 3 freshmen. Carrington Hicks, she didn't make it here, but she got second team all-district, academic all-district. Kennedy Stampley got second team all-district, and Kendall Barnhill got honorable mention and academic all-district. So if you see, that's a lot of awards for one basketball team. So I just feel like they should be acknowledged. I feel like they don't get enough praise in this day and age. It doesn't cost anything to say thank you or good job or anything like that. When I was at the other school, when I was on the board, we always brought them in at the school district at our board meeting and gave them a certificate and showed them off for everybody. And I thought that was a great idea. Another thing that we did a send-off when they made the playoffs. So the cops came and they gave them an escort out and the fire trucks came. That's all stuff that's free. We don't do it. And it makes the girls feel good. It gets the community involved. I think there's so much more that we can do. There's more than just football out there. So I don't know why we don't do that. Maybe that's something we can look into and do. So another thing that's a little disturbing is there's no banners in our gym. We've won banners that they're nowhere to be seen. The trophies that the girls won, they're nowhere to be seen. I don't know if you know, but I was told that last year was the first time in Porter's history that the girls won district in basketball. Then we won our first playoff game in the history of Porter. Nobody recognized or said it last year. Then this year, I don't know if y'all realize, we went undefeated in district. That's very hard to do. That's awesome. And nothing. So it's a little disappointing. I don't know why that happens, but I'm sure we can get something done and get that addressed. Other than that, that's really all I have. I just feel like we need to do a better job recognizing our students. There's so many things that kids are doing out there now that are bad or that aren't representing the school like we want them. So the ones that are doing it, I think they deserve to be acknowledged. So thank you for your time, and when Doctor gets here, we'll give him his plaque. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike, for taking the time to come and tell us about that. And girls, thanks for coming, and we want to wish you congratulations. Item 3 on the agenda is public hearing on the Texas Academic Performance Reports, or TAPR, for new Caney ISD campuses, presented by Mrs. Land.
Good evening, and thank you for this opportunity to talk about the 2024-2025 Texas Academic Performance Reports for New Caney ISD, starting out with the District Accountability Score for last school year. We were a C, and we also had a 2025 Special Education Determination Status of Needs Assistance. I'm going to review the elementary campuses for us, and then Dr. Kondarko will also present about the secondary campuses. I'm sorry, I don't think I introduced myself. Nicole Land, Executive Director of Elementary Education. Starting out in alphabetical order, Benz Branch Elementary with a letter grade of B. Brookwood Forest Elementary with a letter grade of B, also a top 25% in comparative academic growth distinction. Dogwood Elementary School, a letter grade of a D. They are also additional targeted support due to their school improvement grant and monitoring only phase. They are also on a targeted improvement plan that we will discuss, and you guys will review that proposed plan for approval later. Our school board will. Then we move on to Kings Manor Elementary. They have a letter grade of C. New Caney Elementary has a letter grade of B. Oakley Elementary School has a letter grade of D. They are on a local improvement plan that is monitored locally, not submitted to the state. It can be called if necessary. They are unacceptable due to state accountability. Porter Elementary School has a letter grade of C with a distinction in academic achievement and ELA reading. They are also identified federally as a targeted support school. They also are on a local improvement plan as well. Robert Crippen Elementary has a letter grade of C. They have a distinction in academic achievement in science. Sorters Mill Elementary has a letter grade of C. They are federally identified as an additional targeted support school with a local improvement plan. Tavola Elementary School has a letter grade of B. They have two distinctions, top 25% in comparative academic growth and top 25% in comparative closing the gaps. And last but not least for elementary schools, we have Valley Ranch Elementary with a letter grade of B. They have two distinctions as well, academic achievement in science and top 25% in comparative academic growth. And we'll hold questions for the end of our public hearing.
Thank you, Nicole. I'm Cesar Condarco, Executive Director of Secondary Instruction. And so I'm going to kind of reiterate what Nicole said, but for the secondary schools. And so we will start with our middle schools. We'll start with Pine Valley Middle School. They had an overall rating of a D. They were also additional target support, and they're also on a local improvement plan. Kiefer Crossing Middle School had a grade of as an F. Their additional targeted support re-identified, and they're on a TAP or a turnaround plan, and you'll hear more about their plan here in a few minutes. White Oak Middle School had an overall rating of a D. Their additional targeted support re-identified, and they're also on a local improvement plan. Woodridge Forest Middle School is a rating of a C. They're identified targeted support and also on a local improvement plan. For our high schools, New Caney High School had an overall rating of a C. Porter High School had an overall rating of a B, and they also had three distinctions: academic achievement in math, top 25% comparative academic growth, and top 25% comparative closing the gaps. West Fork High School had an overall rating of a B. They had five distinctions: academic achievement in math, top 25% comparative academic growth, top 25% comparative closing the gaps, academic achievement in social studies, and also post-secondary readiness. And then we had Infinity Early College High School. They had an overall rating of an A. They also had three distinctions: academic achievement in ELA reading, academic achievement in social studies, and post-secondary readiness.
That concludes our overview of all the campuses of New Caney ISD. Now we are open for public comment or questions.
Nicole, do you want to just explain what a local improvement plan means for the campuses that are on a local plan?
Yes, ma'am. We do follow the Effective Schools Framework, which is for your TAP or TIP campuses that have a more intensive plan that is submitted to the state for approval. We follow that template, if you will, and keep it and maintain it locally. And occasionally, TEA will request that for auditing purposes to make sure that it's a legitimate plan that we're following and things like that. But basically, we identify the problems through that process and then solutions to that actionable items that we will be performing on the campuses through that school year. Yes, ma'am.
Is that available for the public to see?
It is, yes, ma'am.
So it's on their website.
The local improvement plans, No, because it's maintained locally, but after our April board meeting, yes, it will be.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you.
Great question.
How is it evaluated? How, like, as we go along with the local improvement plan, how do we determine growth? Sorry, how do we determine growth or accomplishment of the plan or?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Great question.
Yeah,
We
measure,
meet
thank you.
periodically. It's in the plan to meet periodically with these campuses to do check-in based on data, like on mock or MAP, which are universal screeners. And we basically make adjustments as needed to make sure that we're meeting and improving performance overall is basically the point of it.
How often
How often?
do you assess?
Yes, ma'am. At our more intensive campuses, we're meeting on a monthly basis with those lower scores of Ds and Fs, to be honest. The other campuses that are at an overall C, that are on those LIPs, those local improvement plans, I would say we're meeting with them. I mean, we meet with principals monthly about their LIP, what would you say, every 2 to 3 months? Yes, ma'am.
And we also collect milestones along the way as artifacts that show our actions towards completing those goals.
Yes, ma'am. Any other questions from the board or the public? Okay. Thank you all, and that concludes our public hearing regarding the 2024-25 taper reports. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Land. Item 4 on the agenda is the superintendent's report. That's presented by Mr. Calvert.
Yes, ma'am. Wanted to recognize some of our staff that are here tonight, so if I overlook you or mispronounce your name, forgive me for that, but I'm just going to start here with our elementary campuses. From Ben's Branch, we've got Ms. Sutter, Ms. Towsley. Brookwood, we've got Ms. Davis. Crippen, we've got Ms. Brent. Dogwood, Ms. Kale. Collins, Mr. Carlisle. Kings Manor, Ms. Salem. New Caney L, Ms. Sessa. Oakley, Ms. Nolenberg. Porter L, Ms. Canellis. Sorters Mill, Ms. Tomhave. Tavola, Ms. Leal. Valley Ranch, Ms. Trout. Kiefer Crossing, got Mr. Ceballos, Mr. Tomhave, Ms. Martinez, Ms. Perkins, Terwilliger, Ms. Horton. From Pine Valley, we got Ms. Colley. From White Oak, Ms. Mage. From Woodridge, Mr. Reese. New Caney High School, we've got Ms. Beard, Ms. Davis, and Mr. Honeycutt. We've got Mr. Cook here from Porter High School. West Fork High School, we've got Ms. Heine, Ms. Tatum, Mr. Perkins, Mr. Patterson, Ms. Coker, Mr. Coker, Ms. Laura. And then from TLC, we have Ms. Babs and Ms. McGee. From our departments, we've got, from Public Relations, we've got Dr. Powers, we've got Mr. Batchelder here, Director of Life Safety and Emergency Management. Then we've got our Director of Marketing, Mr. Pappas. From our Finance Department, we've got Ms. Chalette, Ms. Hunt, and Ms. Garcia, as well as Mr. Castile. Administrative Services, Ms. Gates, Ms. Kelly, Mr. Powell, Ms. Alano. From Operations, Mr. Carroll, Mr. Carr, Ms. Thacker, and Mr. Martinez. From Instruction, we've heard from a couple of them already. Ms. Land, Dr. Gutierrez, Ms. Lowe, Dr. Condarco, Mr. Moran, Dr. Mesmer, Ms. Monroe, Ms. Graysick, Ms. Angelic, Ms. Sifford, Ms. Cobbs, and Ms. Waldrop, as well as some of our special ed leadership team that's here, Ms. Snyder, Ms. Schur, Ms. Benetti, Ms. Reed, Ms. Schrader, and Ms. Von Gotten, I believe. And then from our athletic department, we have Coach Plunk, and then we've got facilities and planning, Mr. Wrestler, and our chief of police, Kevin Potter, is here. So just recognize our staff for being here tonight. So with that said, on to some of the fun things. We will start with our campus recognitions this month, and first up will be Dogwood Elementary and Miss Kale. So y'all come on down.
Good evening. Good evening, and thank you, Board, for letting us recognize some of our ducks tonight. I'm going to start with our teacher, Miss Candace Golden. She's one of our special education specialized support teachers who works with our third graders. She's an integral part of the third grade professional learning community. She collaborates closely with the general education teachers to ensure her students can successfully access grade level curriculum. In classrooms, you'll often see her conferencing with students and supporting learning all across the room. She's very intentional about asking guiding rather than leading questions and making sure that students are doing most of the work and building their own understanding. And her commitment to collaboration and student growth makes a meaningful impact on our campus every day. Thank you. And then you'll stand over here. There you go. Next, I'd like to recognize Leslie Avianeda. She's one of our incredible paraprofessionals. She's a vital member of our MTSS team, and she supports students and staff in so many ways across our campus. She is always willing to learn and step in and do something new, whatever is needed. And in fact, she's even trained to be our backup nurse and our backup front office. There's no limit to what she can do, and her willingness to take on new challenges makes her an invaluable part of our team. Next, we'll do our child nutrition member, Sylvia Miranda. She has been a valued member of our district at Caney ISD for 5 years, and she is known for her consistent kindness towards students and for the joy and dedication she brings to work each day. Sylvia is greatly appreciated by those who have the opportunity to work alongside her because she maintains a positive and professional attitude at all times. She is also always willing to support her team when help is needed, offering a helping hand and contributing to a collaborative work environment that benefits the entire school community.
Te quiero leer en español. Durante los últimos 5 años, Silvia Miranda ha sido una valiosa integrante de nuestro distrito en New Caney. Se distingue por su amabilidad constante hacia los estudiantes y por la alegría y compromiso que demuestra cada día al venir a trabajar. Silvia es una persona muy apreciada por quienes tienen la oportunidad de colaborar con ella, ya que siempre mantiene una actitud positiva y profesional. Además, se caracteriza por su disposición para apoyar a su equipo cuando se necesita, ofreciendo siempre una mano amiga y contribuyendo a un ambiente de trabajo colaborativo que beneficia a toda la comunidad escolar.
All right, and next we'll recognize our custodial staff member, Beatrice Ramos Garcia. She's a valued member of our custodial team. She is known for being hardworking and responsible individual who consistently carries out her duties with dedication. She treats everyone in our school community with respect and kindness, helping create a positive environment for staff, students, and visitors. We are grateful for her commitment and the pride she takes in her work every day.
Beatriz Ramos García es una integrante y muy valiosa de nuestro equipo de custodia. Se distingue por ser una trabajadora muy dedicada y responsable, siempre cumpliendo con las tareas con gran compromiso. Además, trata a los miembros de nuestra comunidad escolar con respeto, amabilidad, contribuyendo a un ambiente positivo para estudiantes, personal y visitantes. Agradecemos profundamente su dedicación y el orgullo que demuestra en su trabajo todos los días.
All right. And finally, it's my privilege to recognize one of our outstanding students, Natalie Oviedo. A 5th grader who has been part of the Dogwood family since kindergarten. Natalie is a member of both our PEP squad and our safety patrol. And when it came time to train the 4th graders who will step into these leadership roles next year, Natalie took the initiative to create a presentation in Canva to ensure that they were prepared and trained properly. Her leadership, responsibility, and pride in serving our school truly stand out. While we hate to say goodbye as she heads to Kiefer next year, we are so proud of her and cannot wait to see what all she accomplishes.
Por último, es un privilegio para mí reconocer a una de nuestras estudiantes más destacadas, Natalie Oviedo, alumna de quinto grado que ha formado parte de la familia Dogwood desde kinder. Natalie es miembro tanto de nuestro equipo de animación, Pep Squad, como de nuestra patrulla de seguridad. Cuando llegó el momento de capacitar a los alumnos de cuarto grado que asumirán estos roles de liderazgo el próximo año, Natalie tomó la iniciativa de crear una presentación en Canva para asegurar que estuvieran debidamente preparados y informados. Su liderazgo, su sentido de la responsabilidad y el orgullo que siente al servir a nuestra escuela son verdaderamente excepcionales. Aunque nos entristece despedirnos de ella ahora que se dirige a Kiefer el próximo año, nos sentimos inmensamente orgullosos de Natalie y estamos ansiosos por ver todo lo que logrará.
All right, while they're getting their pictures done, I'd like to ask Miss Trout if she'll come on down to recognize Valley Ranch Elementary.
Good evening, and thank you to the board and Mr. Calvert for the opportunity to be here tonight and highlight just a few of the incredible Wranglers from Valley Ranch Elementary. It is always a privilege to share the stories of the students and staff who make the ranch such a special place. Tonight, we are proud to recognize a few individuals whose hard work, perseverance, and heart truly represent the spirit of the Wrangler family. A school that runs well each day depends on people who work behind the scenes getting everything ready for our students and staff. As our head custodian, Charmin Cantrell plays an essential role in making sure our campus is clean, safe, and prepared to welcome our Wranglers every single day. Miss Cantrell joined the ranch family in the middle of last year, stepping in when we needed her most. From the very beginning, she jumped right in and has worked hard to ensure our building is safe, clean, and prepared for learning. She has also done an incredible job bringing together a strong team of support staff who take pride in caring for our campus. She is always thinking ahead, planning for assemblies, events, and the daily needs of our school to make sure everything is set up and ready to go. Her attention to detail and commitment to staying one step ahead helps our campus run smoothly and ensures our Wranglers walk into a space that is prepared for them each day. Ms. Cantrell, we are thankful for the work you do every day to support the ranch and to make sure our building is ready to receive our Wranglers. Taking care of our Wranglers is at the center of everything we do, and that care extends far beyond the classroom. Our cafeteria is a safe place where students are welcome, supported, and fueled for the learning ahead. As our cafeteria manager, Martha Martinez plays a key role in making sure that happens each and every day. Mrs. Martinez leads her team with organization, planning, and a strong commitment to our campus. She carefully manages food ordering and inventory, ensures meals are prepared and served on time, maintains strict health and safety standards, and keeps the cafeteria running efficiently for every grade level. She is always thinking ahead, anticipating needs, and communicating clearly with staff and administration so that everything is ready for our students each day. Because of her leadership and dedication, our cafeteria runs like clockwork. And our Wranglers know they are walking into a space where they will be taken care of. Mrs. Martinez, we are thankful for the work you do each day to ensure our cafeteria runs smoothly and that our Wranglers are well cared for. Thank you. All right. And for our teacher that we would like to recognize. The VRE mission is to ensure high levels of learning for all Wranglers, and supporting the whole child is truly at the heart of the work we do. Mr. Danny Montgomery has played an important role in that work this year. In his first year serving as our behavioral specialist, Mr. Montgomery stepped into a brand new role and partnered with our administrative team to help design and build the support structure we now use across campus. Each day, Mr. Montgomery works with students from kindergarten through 5th grade through a 15-minute check-in cycle across the campus. Through these consistent connections, he provides encouragement, accountability, and the kind but firm guidance our Wranglers need to grow. His work focuses on helping students develop self-regulation, confidence, and positive habits so they can return to their classrooms ready to learn. Just as important, Mr. Montgomery has built strong relationships with both students and parents. He approaches every interaction with care and consistency, helping students feel supported while also holding them to high expectations. Because of his dedication, our BSS system has grown strong this year and continues to support both student behavior and classroom learning across the ranch. Mr. Montgomery, thank you for the work you do each day to support our Wranglers and help them stay on the path to success. All right. Ms. Jennifer Zlonke is an important part of the ranch family and a strong support within our BSS program. This year marks her 6th year officially serving our campus, though her connection to the ranch goes back even further. Ms. Zlonke began volunteering and supporting our community in 2012, and after taking a year away to focus on her family, we were so happy to welcome her back to the ranch this year. Ms. Slomke works closely alongside Mr. Montgomery to support our BSS program and help ensure the systems that support our students are running smoothly each day. Their teamwork helps create a consistent structure for students who need additional support so they can continue to grow both behaviorally and academically. She is often one of the first smiling faces our Wranglers see in the morning and one of the last to wish them well in the afternoon. Ms. Slomke has a natural ability to connect with students and meet them where they are, helping them feel supported, valued, and encouraged throughout the day. She takes the time to truly listen and get to know people around her, which is one of the many reasons both students and staff trust and appreciate her. Her willingness to step in whenever she is needed and her positive approach to every situation make her a valued member of our team. Ms. Slomke, we are thankful for the care, dedication, and heart you bring to the ranch each day, and for the support you provide for our Wranglers and our BSS team. Okay. At the ranch, we believe every Wrangler's story matters. Some stories are about quick success, while others are about determination, growth, and the courage to keep going even when learning feels challenging. Today, we celebrate a student whose journey reflects a strong commitment to becoming his very best. Over the course of this school year, Diamond has shown us what steady progress and determination look like when a student refuses to give up. His journey has been one of growth, not only academically, but also in confidence, participation, and believing in himself as a learner. Early in the year, Diamond faced challenges in reading, but he never allowed those challenges to define him. Through hard work, persistence, and a willingness to keep trying, he began putting in the effort each day to strengthen his skills and build confidence as a reader. Because several staff members have had the privilege of working closely with Diamond throughout the year, I ask a few of them to share what they have seen as they supported him along the way. Ms. Martinez, our math instructional coach, shared that Diamond has worked hard to push through challenges and continues to grow academically each day. What stands out most is his willingness to participate, ask questions, and build meaningful relationships with the teachers who support him. Mrs. Moshik, our MTSS specialist, shared that during reading intervention, Diamond consistently comes ready to work, sets goals, and celebrates the progress he is making as a reader. His positive attitude and determination have made it incredibly rewarding to watch his confidence grow. Mrs. Porter, our reading instructional coach, shared that Diamond has shown tremendous growth both academically and personally. He now participates more confidently in class, advocates for himself when he needs support, and has made strong progress in his writing and his use of text evidence. Diamond, your journey this year reminds us all what determination and perseverance can accomplish. We are incredibly proud of the effort you have put into your learning and the confidence you continue to build each day. Your story is still being written. And if this year is any indication, your future is full of possibilities. Diamond, thank you for showing us what it means to stay the course. The ranch is proud of you, but more importantly, you should be very proud of yourself.
All right, while they're getting their picture made, going to ask Dr. Miller to come up, if you don't mind. I hear, we heard your name earlier, sir, so just wanted you to take this opportunity to step back up.
Do I need to say anything?
Mr. Veron, did you want to present that to him, sir?
It's not for me, it's from the girls. So we just wanted to come and present you with this plaque for being I feel like our biggest supporter in girls basketball. You go out of your way to go to all the games, whether they're home or away. You're there whether we're up or down, and you always support them, and it doesn't go unnoticed. So I just want to tell you thank you, and they appreciate you being there. Like I said, it doesn't go unnoticed, so thank you. So.
I'd like to say, I'd just like to thank our girls basketball team for doing a phenomenal job. It's one of the best times I had this year watching them do a great job, and I can't wait till next season. Oh, yeah. No.
All right, next up, I'd like to recognize Ms. Land again to share some highlights from the current school year for things going on our elementary campuses. So, Nicole, you want to come back up?
Good evening again, and thank you for this opportunity to share an update on our elementary campuses following our March data meetings with principals and instructional teams. Board members, you do have lovely little individual campus overview, but I'm just going to speak about the elementary campuses in general, where the foundation begins. So overall, we are seeing very strong instructional systems across elementary campuses, and we are proud of the work taking place in each classroom. We are seeing increasingly strong Tier 1 instruction in classroom. Teachers are aligning lessons closely to standards and assessments and using strategies such as structured student discussion, modeling, and writing tasks that mirror the rigor of state assessments. Many campuses noted that the alignment between PLC planning and classroom instruction has significantly improved. One of our greatest strengths continues to be the use of professional learning communities, also known as PLCs. Across campuses, teachers are meeting regularly to analyze student data, review common assessments, and make instructional adjustments based on what students need. Another strength across the district is our intervention and progress monitoring systems. We've made great strides in this area. Campuses are using assessment data to create flexible intervention groups, provide targeted reteach opportunities, and closely monitoring student progress. This includes not only intervention, but enrichment as well. Instructional leadership teams are also very active in classrooms. Principals, assistant principals, and instructional coaches, the whole ILT, are conducting frequent walkthroughs, providing feedback, and supporting teachers to ensure strong instructional practices are implemented consistently. As we look ahead, our district-wide focus will include increasing the level of rigor and high-level thinking and instruction, the cognitive lift, student product, continuing to improve outcomes for key student groups, and strengthening science instruction. Overall, we are very proud of the work happening across our elementary campuses. The collaboration between teachers and campus leaders is strengthening instructional practices and positioning our students for continued growth and success. Any questions for me before I go about elementary? Okay, thank you.
All right, Dr. Kondarko, you want to come give a secondary update?
Yes, sir, and thank you again. I just want to reiterate a lot of what Nicole said, and specifically for our secondary schools at middle schools. We are seeing positive momentum through better data usage and a shift in campus culture. Some key highlights include some widespread academic growth. Most campuses report measurable improvement across all tested subject areas and bundle-to-bundle unit growth. We have strengthened math and literacy. Significant progress is being made in math departments through high-quality materials, and extended constructed response scores are on the rise. Systemic consistency, schools are successfully implementing the PLC, like Nicole said, professional learning community process with intentionality, leading to better collaborative data analysis and a more solution-oriented mindset among staff. And there has been a cultural shift. There's a notable shift towards growth mindset across campuses, with discipline improving and teams showing a high willingness to pivot or seek help to meet students' needs. At the high school, they are demonstrating stability and high performance, particularly in core end-of-course subjects. Key highlights include rapid subject area progress. There is significant growth from Bundle 1 to Bundle 2, particularly in algebra, biology, and U.S. history. In some cases, nearly all teachers in these subjects moved up a letter grade. High performance standards, multiple campuses report that over 70% of students are reaching meets or higher in biology, and U.S. history teams are consistently achieving A-level scores. There's been effective professional systems. PLCs and PD Fridays are cited as highly effective tools for driving instructional refinement and maintaining high rigor. And there has been growth for all learners. There is documented success in improving outcomes for sub-pops and across various student brands. Overall, I know our team, and I don't want to speak for Dr. Mesmer, Ms. Monroe's team, and everyone that plays a role in going to our campuses and helping our principals. I'm very proud of the collaboration that is happening between our campuses with our principals, our instructional coaches, and our teachers. They have bought into our collaborative data meetings and taking away action plans, and are strategically using data to make decisions on campuses. And so with that being said, I think we want to invite Kiefer Crossing Middle School up here. Sir. And we can kind of talk a little bit more about their TAP plan and where they are at Kiefer Crossing specifically. So I just want to introduce Mr. Ceballos, the principal there. We also have Miss Destiny Cook, one of the instructional coaches, and Miss Brittany Horton, the Dean of Instruction there at Kiefer Crossing.
Good evening, and thank you, Mr. Calvin and board members, for giving us an opportunity to present a brief update about the wonderful things that are happening over at Kiefer Crossing Middle School. Beginning with, I want to begin with my goals for our campus, and my goals are within a couple of years, within 2 years, I look forward to seeing KCMS grow into a B-rated campus. We have a lot of work to do, but we're excited about the trend that we're currently seeing on our campus. That will be done through creating a safe campus where we students have a sense of belonging, but also through data-driven collaborative processes on the campus where we take pride in growing students and also celebrating that growth. Part of that pride also includes teacher feedback, which is exactly what we did in order to help us generate our mission and vision for KCMS. What we did is we collected teacher input, which allowed us to create a mission and vision that focuses on the whole child through consistent growth, and also by focusing on collective commitments as a campus. Back in September, during our first 10 days, when we first arrived at Kiefer Crossing Middle School, we completed a campus needs assessment. We also implemented some building and operational adjustments, and some classroom expectations were also put in place, including Kodiak standards, which essentially are non-negotiable for students, because we feel like accountability is an important factor to our success. Ms. Horton and Ms. Cook have additional information they'd like to share with you.
Once we kind of got to Kiefer and we got everything kind of ironed out with behavior, what we wanted to focus on next was our instructional updates, because we knew that was going to help impact our student achievement in a great way. And what we realized was that we have some of the hardest working teachers in New Caney ISD, but those teachers quickly communicated to us that they felt that hard work wasn't always seen in student performance. So what we did was we really helped to focus that hard work into a few processes that we really feel has helped maximize student success. And so a few of those things that we'd like to highlight is we created a planning model that shifted the focus to what are students learning rather than what are the teacher moves we're doing in class. The next thing we did was we really helped teachers to create a consistent classroom model that followed the gradual release for instruction, so that students didn't have to guess, what am I going to do? How am I going to get this information? But instead, teachers were all kind of doing this. I'm going to model something for you, then we're going to build confidence and practice it together, and then you're going to have an opportunity to practice that and show your work on your own, and it really helped to boost student achievement. And the last thing that we did was we really helped to create tiered professional learning that helped support students to help support teachers in presenting this classroom model to students, so that everybody felt like they were supported and successful in delivering this 5E model. The next thing that we want to show is our data. Based on our local assessments, we have seen in our data that we have grown from an F to a D in all subject areas, and even beyond that in a few other areas. Our current Campus Domain 1 rating has gone from a 58 to a 69 to really trend in that C direction that we're trying to achieve this year, and then towards that B in a few years. We really wanted to highlight what we believe has helped move that needle the most in 1 year, and what we believe that is the process of student goal setting. The sheet that you see up there is a goal tracker that all teachers were required to use to have classroom conversations with their students to make students believe that they can truly grow. At Kiefer Crossing, we believe 100% of students can grow, but if kids don't believe that, then we're not going to see it in academic process. And so we really challenge teachers to say, hey, this is your current reality. I don't expect you on the next assessment to get 100 from a 58. I just expect you to grow by 10 points and show incremental growth. And once the kids believed in that, we truly saw the success and the growth.
Another one of our goals was to increase our emergent bilingual support. And so some things that we did was we highlighted some professional development strategies that focused on speaking and writing, strategies that were easy to implement in the classroom. We did 2 different intervention programs, one during school and one after school. The after school program grew from 40 students per week to 100 students per week. So it was really exciting to see that the students were wanting to come and get that extra support. We had Dr. E.T. come to present how to break up with Pass, and the message just really resonated with the students, and they felt empowered and encouraged to perform on those tests and implement those strategies that they learned in that session. We also had every member of the ILT team meet with about 10 to 15 students to set goals with them and encourage them individually. So we believe all of this led to student language proficiency increase that we hope to see on the Pass. This is my favorite slide because we knew that when we arrived at Kiefer, we could implement all of the instructional and operational change, but what we really needed was the whole community. We needed our staff, our students, and our community to buy in. And so we wanted to create a culture where Kiefer was a place where you wanted to be and you felt supported and valued. So some things that we did was a student incentive activity where we celebrated students that completed their work and had good attendance and behavior. We did some monthly staff and student celebrations and some staff and student spotlights. All of these things, along with our community outreach, we had a Hispanic Heritage Night, we had a Fall Festival Night, and a Cultures Continues Night, and we have an upcoming Loteria Night. So by building this culture with staff, students, and community, we've seen really meaningful change, and we're so excited and proud of just the growth and hard work from both our staff and our students.
And to close and to add to what Mrs. Cook said, I want to close by recognizing some of our staff members because it genuinely has been a team effort over at Kiefer. So they play a critical role in all the successes that we're having at Kiefer and all the continued success we're gonna have. So it's okay with you. I would like to ask them to stand just to recognize all our Kodiaks in attendance tonight. Thank you.
Thank you again for allowing them to come up and speak real quickly on just the great things that are happening at Kiefer. And I just want to reiterate, and I know Ms. Land feels the same way, I feel like all of our teams across the district, from ILT teams to teachers to students, are working really hard. As you all know, we have about 4 weeks of school left until we start taking our STAR test. And so there's been some really focused, intentional, targeted instruction going on the last few weeks. And I know there's some great things happening in the next few weeks to bring our parents up there to just show them how they can help us out and crossing that finish line across the end of the school year. So again, thank you guys for giving us the time to speak to you tonight.
All right, this time I'd like to recognize Mr. Batchelder, come up for intruder detection audit report.
Good evening, Mr. Calvert and School Board. The top priority of New Caney ISD in the state of Texas is keeping students and staff safe every day. The Texas School Safety Center recently conducted an intruder detection audit at one or more of our campuses, and corrective actions have taken place. The audits test whether the campus is accessible to an unauthorized individual. This audit is conducted as a part of the Governor Abbott's School Safety Directive for all school systems following the tragedy of Uvalde, seeks to help districts identify how campuses can improve safety for students, such as ensuring exterior doors are locked. The audit provides us with an opportunity to create a safer learning environment for our students and staff. We are working closely with our district Safe and Secure Committee to ensure that we are training all of our staff and securing our doors for the protection of everyone at our campuses. The support from the state in conducting the intruder detection audits is just one of the many actions we are taking to ensure our schools are safe. We know that this work does not end, and we appreciate the board's support. We acknowledge that parents and community members are likely very interested in the details of the audit results. However, it is in the best interest of the students that we do not share this information to the broader public, as it could lead to compromising important campus security information. Specific details of the intruder detection audit will be discussed in the executive session, with the safety and security session, and with the Safety Security Committee. New Caney ISD is committed to providing a safe and secure learning environment for all of our students and staff. Thank you.
Nothing. I did want to say thank you to the staff at Kiefer who came and supported your administrators. And your administrators, thanks for coming and presenting to us. Let us know the great things. We know there's a lot of great things going on there, as it is across the district. but thank you very much. Item 5 on the agenda is reports and proposals of board members. I wanted to give an update on our Legislative Affairs Committee. We had a meeting on March 10th. We had our first meeting this year on March 10th. We discussed issues relating to school safety, instruction, recruitment, retention, and school funding. The committee established a tentative timeline for presenting a draft proposal to the rest of the school board for consideration this summer. What we do is we look at the priorities and the goals of the district, and then we try to get it really compact and concise in order to give it to our state legislature and our representatives so that they know what we would like for them to do as far as school affairs are concerned. Sometimes they listen, sometimes they don't, but we want to give it our best effort. Our next committee meeting is scheduled in May, and I'll bring an update in May. That's all I have. Does anybody else have anything? Okay. Item 6 on the agenda is a consent calendar consisting of consideration of minutes, finance reports, and curriculum items. Does anybody have any questions or further discussions regarding the consent calendar? Is there a motion to approve the items on the consent calendar? The motion has been moved and seconded. There being no further discussion, a vote will be taken. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed, say no. The motion is approved. Item 7 on the agenda is being tabled. It was a consideration for a change order for the administration building, but we are going to table that item until a further meeting. And item 8 on the agenda is consideration of approval for construction manager at risk for Porter High School Phase 3, would be presented by Mr. Ressler. Hello.
Good evening. As we continue to kick off new projects, this is the latest and greatest one for y'all. It is Porter High School. What we're referring to as Phase 3. Be some fine arts additions, some athletic turf fields, and a lot of CTE work as well. We went through our processes and procedures, and I would like for y'all to consider approving Gamma Construction Company for a construction manager at risk project for Porter High School Phase 3.
Are there any questions or further discussion? Is there a motion to approve Gamma Construction as construction manager at risk for Porter High School Phase 3? The motion has been moved and seconded. There being no further discussion, a vote will now be taken. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. The motion is approved.
Thank you. Again, this one's a little different, so we'll be bringing some guaranteed maximum prices to y'all in a couple of different phases, so that we'll be working on some of it. We're designing some of the rest of the things to come over there. So,
When is it supposed to kick off?
the first one, I should be back to y'all in May, and some of that work will be in April. I'll be back with you with some of the work to be completed by August of this coming year.
Before school starts.
And yes, ma'am, before school starts. Then there'll be another set that we hope to complete before January 15th. And then around February of 27th, when we'll kick off the big bulk of the work around the school with completion of it in the spring of 28.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Item 9 on the agenda is closed meeting. The board will now adjourn to closed session under the Texas Open Meetings Act, sections 551.071, 551.072, 551.074, 551.076, and 551.0821. We will deliberate the duties, evaluation, responsibilities, employment, and dismissal of personnel and officers, including the board and superintendent, as it pertains to any item listed on this notice or agenda. We will consult with the district's attorney on any subjects or matter listed in the notice or agenda, pending or contemplated litigation and proposed settlement agreements. And we will deliberate regarding the purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property, deliberate regarding security devices or security audits, and deliberate regarding student discipline matters. Should final action, vote, or decision on any matter considered in closed session be required, such final action, vote, or decision will be taken once the open meeting covered by this notice is reconvened or at a subsequent meeting of this board. The board has adjourned to closed session at 6:59 p.m. The board ended its closed meeting at 8:41 p.m. and will now reconvene in open session. Item 10 on the agenda is consideration of administrative services items consisting of personnel report, contract status of professionals and teachers, 2026-2027 compensation plan, delegating hiring authority for contract personnel to the superintendent, and approval of outside professional services engagement presented by Mrs. Gates.
Good evening. So the personnel item is just our monthly list of recommendations for hire, reassignments, resignation, and then, of course, the 2 principal positions that are listed as well. And then the following items, just to kind of summarize, each March we bring forth our contracts for teachers, which you've been provided a list for, as well as the compensation plan for the upcoming school year with recommendations that were outlined in the board packet for your review, as well as our requests to extend the hiring authority of our superintendent as we enter the peak hiring season and have the opportunity to recommend and hire folks as they come into open positions.
Are there any questions or further discussion? Is there a motion to approve the administrative service items? It's been moved and seconded. There being no further discussion, a vote will now be taken. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. The motion is approved. Mr. Calvert?
Yeah, I've got some introductions tonight for y'all. First of all, I want to introduce Ms. Brandy Ellenberger. She will be our new assistant principal at Brookwood Forest Elementary School. And then we have Miss Hydette Gonzalez. She will be a new assistant principal at New Caney High School. Then I want to introduce a familiar face to be the new principal of Ben's Branch Elementary, their current assistant principal, Miss Tracy Towsley. And then one of the original Gators, an OG coming back home, Miss Brittany Horton, as our new principal of West Fork High School. Congratulations, guys.
Item 11 on the agenda is consider and discuss amendments and extension of the contract for the superintendent of schools. We were all given a copy of the proposed change to his contract. Does anybody have any questions about that? All right, is there a motion to approve the amendment and extension of the contract for the superintendent of schools? The motion has been moved and seconded. There being no further discussion, a vote will be taken. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. The motion is approved. Congratulations.
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate it.
Item 12 on the agenda would be future discussion topics. Does anybody have any topics that they wish to have further discussion on? No? Okay. Item 13 on the agenda is to consider, discuss, and potentially take action on a Level 3 appeal for a student at West Fork High School presented by Mr. Nichols. So the board is going to now close this meeting under the authority of Texas Government Code Section 551.0821, 551.074, and 551.071 for the purpose of hearing a parent complaint regarding the discipline of a student.